1 And God said unto Jacob, Arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make there an altar unto God, which appeared unto thee in thy wilderness, from the face of Esau thy brother. 2 And Jacob said unto his household, and to all that are with him, Put away the strange gods which are among you, and be clean, and put away your idols. 3 And I will take vengeance, and go up to the house of El, and I will make an altar unto El, which afflicted me in the day of my affliction, and it shall be with me in the way which I went. 4 And they shall give unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hands, and the instruments which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the altar which he had made. With them. 5 And they journeyed, and the sign of God was upon the mountains that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. 6 And Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan, that is, Bethel, he and all the people that were with him. 7 And he built there an altar, and called the name of the place Bethel, because that is where God appeared to him in his brother's presence. 8 And Deborah died, and was buried under the oak of Bethel, and he called its name Elon. 9 And God visited Jacob again when he came from Paddan Aram, and blessed him. 10 And God said to him, Your name is Jacob. Your name shall not be called by the name of Jacob any more, but Israel shall be your name, and he shall call his name Israel. 11 And God said unto him, I am the Lord, make me fruitful, and multiply nations, and a company of people shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. 12 And the land which I gave to Abraham and to Isaac, I will give it to you, and to your descendants after you I will give the land. 13 And God appeared to him in the place where he had spoken with him. 14 And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he had spoken with him, a pillar of stone, and he poured oil on it and poured oil on it. 15 And Jacob called the name of the place when God spoke to him there at Bethel. 16 They journeyed from Bethel, and when the land was near Ephrathah, Rachel gave birth, but she had difficulty in giving birth. 17 And it came to pass in her hard labor that the midwife said to her, Do not be afraid, for this also is your son. 18 And it came to pass in the wilderness, when she was in labor, that she had difficulty in giving birth. And she died, and was called Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin. 19 And Rachel died, and was buried in the way to Ephrathah, which is Bethlehem. 20 And Jacob set up a pillar upon her grave, that is the pillar of Rachel's grave unto this day. 21 And Israel departed, and pitched his tent from thence to the great herd. 22 And it came to pass, when Israel dwelt in the land of Canaan, that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, the wife of his father Peleg, and Israel heard, and said unto them, The sons of Jacob were 12. 23 The sons of Leah, the firstborn of Jacob, Reuben, and Simeon, and Levi, and Judah, and Issachar, and Zebulun. 24 The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. 25 The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's family, Dan and Naphtali. 26 The sons of Zilpah, Leah's family, Gad and Asher. These are the sons of Jacob, who were born to him in Paddan Aram. 27 And Jacob came to Isaac his father from Mamre to Kirjath Arba, which is Hebron. And Abraham and Isaac lived 28 And the days of Isaac were 180 years. 29 And Isaac gave up the ghost, and died, and was gathered unto his people, an old man, and full of days, and Esau and Jacob his sons buried him. One Now these are the sons of Esau, who is Edom. 2 Esau took his wives from the daughters of Canaan, Adah the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Oholibah the daughter of Anna the daughter of Zibeon the Hivite. 3 And Basemath the daughter of Ishmael, a sister of the prophets. 4 And Adah bore to Esau Eliphaz and Basemath. She bore Ruel. 5 And Ahab bore Josh, Jush, Jolam, and Korah. These are the sons of Esau, who were born to him in the land of Canaan. 6 And Esau took his wives, and his sons, and his daughters, and all the persons of his house, and his goods, and all his cattle, and all his possessions which he had acquired in the land of Canaan, and he went to the land from the presence of his brother Jacob. 7 For they had acquired much of the land of their possessions, and the land of their exile was not able to bear them from the presence of their possessions. 8 And Esau dwelt in Mount Seir, which is Edom. 9 And these are the children of Esau. Esau the father of Edom in Mount Seir. 10 These are the names of the sons of Esau, Eliphaz the son of Adah, Esau's wife, and Ruel the son of Basemath, Esau's wife. 11 And the sons of Eliphaz were Taman, and Zepho, and Gath, and Kenaz. 12 And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz the son of Esau, and she bore Eliphaz had Amalek, the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. 13 And the sons of Ruel were Nahath, and Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These were the sons of Bashemath, Esau's wife. 14 And these were the sons of Oholibamah the daughter of Anna, the daughter of Zibeon, Esau's wife. And she bare unto Esau Josh, Jush, and Jolam. And Korah, 15 These are the chiefs of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, Korah, the chief of Taman, the chief of Omar, the chief of Zepho, the chief of Kenas. 16 The chief of Korah, the chief of Gath, the chief of Amalek. These are the chiefs of Eliphaz in the land of Edom, these are the chiefs of Adah. 17 And these are the chiefs of Ruel, the son of Esau, Nakhat the son of Zerah, the son of Shammah, the son of Mizah, these are the sons of Ruel in the land of Edom, these are the sons of Bashemath, Esau's wife. 18 And these are the sons of Oholibah, Esau's wife, Jush the son of Jolam, the son of Korah, these are the sons of Oholibah, the daughter of Anna, Esau's wife. 19 These are the sons of Esau. And these are the chiefs of the Horites, the sons of Edom, 20 And these are the chiefs of the Horites, the sons of Seir, the sons of Edom, Lotan, and Shobal, and Zibeon, and Anna. 21 And Jeshan, and Ezer, and Dishan. These are the chiefs of the Horites, the sons of Seir, in the land of Edom. 22 And the sons of Lot, Hori, and Hemam, and Lotan's sister was Timnah. 23 And these are the chiefs of the Horites, the sons of Seir, in the land of Edom. The sons of Shobal, Alvan, Manahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. 24 And the sons of Zibeon, Aiah, and Anna. This is Anna who found the sheep in the wilderness, in his wickedness, the donkeys for Zibeon his father. 25 And the sons of Anna, Dishon, and Oholibamah the daughter of Anna. 26 And the sons of Dishon, Hemdan. And Ishban, and Ithran, and Karen. 27 The sons of Ezer were Bilhan, and Zebon, and Akan. 28 The sons of Dishon, Uzi, and Aaron. 29 The sons of Hori, Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anna. 30 The sons of Dishon, Ezer, and Dishon, these are the sons of Hori according to their clans in the land. 31 And these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before the kings of the children of Israel. 32 And Bela the son of Beer reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Dinhabah. 33 And Bela died, and Jobab the son of Zerah of Bezer reigned in his stead. 34 And Jobab died, and his son Husham of the land of the Temanites. 35 And Husham died, and Hadad the son of Bedad, who smote Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead, and the name of his city was Avith. 36 And Hadad died, and Shamlah of Egypt reigned in his stead. 37 And Shamlah died, and Shaul of beyond the river reigned in his stead. 38 And Saul reigned in his place, and Baalhanan the son of Achbor reigned in his place. 39 And Baalhanan the son of Achbor died, and Hadar reigned in his place, and the name of his city was Pu, and his wife's name was Mehetabel the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezihab. 40 And these are the names of the chiefs of Esau, after their families, by their places, by their names, chief, chief, chief. The tribe of Oholibamah, the tribe of Elah, the tribe of Pinion, the tribe of Kenas, the tribe of Taman, the tribe of Mibzar, the tribe of Magdiel, the tribe of Aram. These are the tribes of Edom, according to their settlements in the land of their possession, which Esau the father of Edom did. One And Jacob dwelt in the land of his father's sojournings, in the land of Canaan. 2 And these are the sons of Jacob, Joseph the son of Sheba, being 17 years old, he kept his brethren's sheep, and he was a shepherd of the sons of Bilhah, and of the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives, and Joseph brought their evil words unto their father. 3 And Israel he loved Joseph more than all his sons, as the son of his old age, and he treated him like a son of his own. 4 And his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, and they hated him, and could not speak peaceably to him. 5 And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him yet more. 6 And he said, Hear this dream that I have dreamed. 7 And, behold, we were encamped in a field, and, behold, a woman arose, and stood still, and, behold, thou shalt turn thy face toward thy wife, and shalt bow down to her. 8 And they said unto him, Thy brother, reign thou over us, if thou wilt reign, then shalt thou reign over us. And they hated him yet more for his dreams and his words. 9 And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it to his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream again, and, behold, the sun, and the moon, and 10 stars, bowed down to me. 10 And he told it to his father, and to his brethren, and his father rebuked him. And he said unto him, What is this dream which thou hast dreamed? Behold, I, and thy mother, and thy brethren, are come to bow down unto thee in the land. 11 And his brethren envied him, and his father kept the saying. 12 And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in the field. 13 And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, thy brethren are shepherds. And he said unto him, Go, I pray thee, and I will send thee unto them. And he said unto him, Here am I. 14 And he said unto him, Go, see whether it be well with thy brother, and well with the flock, and bring me word again. And he sent him from the wilderness of Hebron, and came to Shechem. 15 And a man found him, and, behold, he was wandering in the field, and the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou? 16 And he said unto them, Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed the flocks. 17 And the man said, They departed hence, for I heard say, Go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren, and overtook them in Dothan. 18 And they saw him afar off, and before he came nigh unto them, they ate him. Let him die. 19 And one said to his brother, This is the dream of this man. 20 So let us go and kill him and throw him into one of the herds, and we will say, A bad animal has eaten him. Then we will see what his dreams will become. 21 And Reuben heard it and was saved from them, and he said, We have not killed anyone. 22 And Reuben said unto them, Shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand on him, that he may live, and bring him again to his father. 23 And it came to pass, when Joseph came unto his brethren, that they stripped Joseph of his coat, the coat of mail which was upon him. 24 And they took him, and cast him into the well, and the well was empty of water. 25 And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes, and looked, and, behold, a caravan of Ishmaelites came from Gilead, with their camels laden with slain, and the children of Israel, and the children of Lot, going to bring them down out of Egypt. 26 And Judah said, What has happened to his brother, that we have killed our brother and shed his blood? 27 Let us go and sell ourselves to the foreigners, and let us not be in him as our brothers have done in the flesh, and let his brothers hear. 28 And there passed by men of Midian, merchants, and they took Joseph up from the river, and sold him. Joseph was brought from Egypt by the 10 sons of the tribe of Canaan. 29 And Reuben returned to the well, and behold, Joseph was not in the well. And he called his clothes. 30 And he returned to his brothers and said, The boy is not here, but I am here, I will come. 31 And they took Joseph's coat and cut it into pieces. And they took the goats, and dipped the ram in the blood. 32 And they sent the ram's ewes, and brought them to their father, and said, This is what we have found, is it not thy son's ewes? Or is it not? 33 And he knew it, and said, My son's ewes are an evil beast, a beast of prey hath devoured Joseph. 34 And he cried, Jacob mourned for his son many days. 35 And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, and he stood to comfort them. And he said to the sons of Abel, I have asked you, and your father has sent you away. 36 And the Midianites sold him into Egypt to Potiphar, Pharaoh's servant. The chief of the cooks P. One And it came to pass in those days, that Judah went down from among his brethren, and begot a certain Adullamite, whose name was Hira. 2 And Judah saw there a daughter of a Canaanite, whose name was Shua, and took her, and went in unto her. 3 And he conceived, and bare a son, and called his name Er. 4 And Edom begot a son, and called his name Edom. Onan. 5 And she conceived again, and bare a son, and called his name Shelah, and it was a curse when she bare him. 6 And Judah took a wife for Er his firstborn, and her name was Tamar. 7 And Er, Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. 8 And Judah said unto Onan, Go in unto thy brother's wife, and he went in unto her, and raised up seed unto his brother. 9 And Onan knew that it was evil for him, and it came to pass, that if he went in unto his brother's wife, and spoiled the ground, that he should not raise seed unto his brother. 10 And the thing which he did was evil in the sight of the Lord, and he slew him also. 11 And Judah said unto Tamar, Go and see my daughter-in-law, and I will be with thee. A widow in your father's house until the time of Shelah the son of Ammar, who had said, I will go to the sea, and I will go with you. And Tamar went and lived in her father's house. 12 And it came to pass in process of time, that the daughter of Shua, Judah's wife, died. And Judah was comforted, and he went up to the shearers of his sheep, and he chose a man of his own, the Adullamite, who was of Timnah. 13 And it was told Tamar, and it came to pass, when she saw that Shelah was great, that she had not given him a wife, that she should not be given him a wife. And when Judah saw her, he took her away, and said, to a prostitute, as you have covered your face. 16 And he went to her by the way, and said, Come, my father, I have come to you, for I do not know how you have eaten him. And she said, What will you give me, that you may come to me? 17 And he said, I will send you a young goat from the flock. And she said, If you will give me a pledge until I let you go. 18 And he said, What pledge shall I give thee? And she said, Thy signet, and thy cord, and thy staff that is in thine hand. And he gave them unto her, and she came unto him, and worshipped him. 19 And she arose, and went her way, and took off her veil from off her, and put on her widow's garments. 20 And Judah sent the young goats by the hand of the young goats. And he went to take the pledge from the woman's hand, but he could not find her. 21 And he asked the men of the place, saying, Where is the sanctuary that is in the sight of the people on the way? And they said, It was not in this sanctuary. 22 And he returned to Judah, and said, He could not find her. And the men of the place also said, You have not profaned the holy place. 23 And Judah said, Take her away, that she may be a prey. Behold, I sent this messenger, and thou hast not found her. 24 And it came to pass about 3 months, that he told Judah, saying, Tamar thy sister hath played the harlot, and also, behold, she is with child of harlots. And Judah said, Send her away. And she was burned. 25 And she was brought forth, and she sent unto her husband, saying, The man that went unto her, I have conceived, and said, The woman is a virgin, and the woman is a virgin. 26 And Judah knew her, and said, She is more righteous than I, therefore I will not give her to my son, and there shall be no more trouble. For your knowledge, 127 And it came to pass in her time to travail, that, behold, there were twins in her womb. 28 And it came to pass in her travail, that he put forth his hand, and took the firstborn, and laid it upon his hand, saying, This shall come out first. 29 And it came to pass, as soon as he had drawn back his hand, behold, his brother came out, and said, Why hast thou broken forth upon thee? And he called his name Peretz. 30 And afterward came out his brother, which was on the second hand, and his name was Zerah. And Joseph went down from Egypt, and Potiphar, Pharaoh's officer, the chief of the cooks, bought him an Egyptian, a man of great power, whom he had brought down. 2 And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a man of good courage, and he was in the house of his master the Egyptian. 3 And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and with all that he had. The Lord worked salvation by his hand. 4 And Joseph found favor in his eyes, and he served him, and he put him in charge of his house, and all that he had was put into his hand. 5 And Moses put him in charge of his house, and all that he had. And the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake, and the blessing of the Lord was on all that he had. He had a wife in the house and in the field. 6 And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and it was not known to him what had happened to the bread which he had eaten. And Joseph was very handsome and well-looking. 7 And it came to pass after these things, that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and said, Lie with me. 8 And he said unto his master's wife, My lord knoweth not what thou hast done in the house, and all that he hath is in my hand. 9 There is no greater man in this house than I, neither is there any greater man than I, for if thou wert his wife, and thou wert his wife, then wouldest I have done this great wickedness, and have sinned. God said to Joseph, I will not lie with you. 10 And it came to pass on that day, that he would not hearken unto her, to lie with her, to be with her. 11 And it came to pass on that day, that she came into the house to do her service, and there was none of the men of the house there in the house. 12 And he tore his garment, saying, Lie with me. And he departed. He left his garment in his hand and fled outside. 13 And it came to pass, when she saw him, that he left his garment in his hand and fled outside. 14 And she called unto the men of her house, and said unto them, Behold, there came in unto us a Hebrew to mock us, and came in unto me to lie with me. And she cried with a loud voice. 15 And it came to pass, when he heard it, that he said, As soon as I lifted up my voice, he called, and left his garment with me, and fled, and went out. 16 And he laid up his garment with me until his master came home. 17 And he spake unto him according to these words, saying, Go unto me, O Hebrew, whom thou hast brought to mock me. 18 And it came to pass, that I was a deceiver. And he called, and he left his garment by his side, and fled outside. 19 And it came to pass, when his master heard the words of his wife, which she spake unto him, saying, Thus saith the Lord unto thy servant, thus saith the Lord. 20 And Joseph's master took him, and put him in prison, a place where the prisoners were bound. The king of Assyria was in prison. 21 And the Lord was with Joseph, and shewed him mercy, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. 22 And the keeper of the prison committed into Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison, and all that were done there, and he was in charge. 23 And he was in charge of all the prisoners that were in the prison. The captain of the guard saw all the work that the Lord had done for him, and what he had done, the Lord had saved him. One And it came to pass after these things, that the king of Egypt sinned, and the butler of Egypt, and the baker of Egypt, their lord the king of Egypt. 2 And Pharaoh charged 2 of his officers, the chief butler, and the chief baker. 3 And he put them in ward in the house of the chief baker, in the house of the guard, in a place that was Joseph was a slave girl. 4 And the chief butler put Joseph in charge of them, and he served them, and they were in custody for 2 days. 5 And they dreamed 2 dreams, one dream in one night, and the other dream of the cupbearer and the baker, who were bound in the prison house. 6 And he came and Joseph came to them in the morning, and saw them, and, behold, they were sad. 7 And he asked Pharaoh's officers, which were with him in the charge of his master's house, saying, Why are your servants so sad today? 8 And they said unto him, We have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, This is of the gods, tell us the interpretation. 9 And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph, and said unto him, In my dream, behold, a vine was before me. 10 And in the 3 branches of the vine were branches, and it budded like the blossoms of an almond tree, and its clusters bore grapes. 11 And Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, and I took the grapes, and cast them into the cup. Pharaoh lifted up the cup of Pharaoh, and gave it to Joseph. 12 And Joseph said unto him, This is the judgment of the Lord, which is in the land of Egypt, 3 days are 3 days. 13 Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy head, and set thee on thy seat again, and thou shalt give Pharaoh's cup into his hand, as a judgment unto the firstborn, which thou hast made him drink. 14 If you will remember me when it is well with you, and will show kindness to me, and mention me to Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house. 15 For I stole from the land of the Hebrews, and I did not do anything wrong, because they called me Bobber. 16 And he saw the chief baker interpreted it well, and said to Joseph, I also had a dream, and behold, 3 baskets of bread on my head. 17 And the chief baker of all Pharaoh's victuals made cakes, and the birds ate them out of the basket off my head. 18 And Joseph answered and said, This is the interpretation of the 3 baskets. 19 Within 3 days Pharaoh will lift your head from off you and hang you on a pole, and the birds will eat your flesh off you. 20 On the 3rd day, Pharaoh was weary, and he made a feast for all his servants, and he lifted up the head of the chief cupbearer and the head of the chief butler. The chief baker was in the company of his servants. 21 And he set the chief butler over his cup, and gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand. 22 And the chief baker did as Joseph had commanded them. 23 But the chief butler did not remember Joseph, but forgot him. One And it came to pass after many days, that Pharaoh was sick, and, behold, he stood by the mountain. 2 And, behold, 7 kine came up out of the mountain, well favored and fat, and fed in the field. 3 And, behold, 7 other kine came up after them, but they were ill favored and lean-fleshed. And she stood by the side of the flock on the edge of the sea. 4 And the poor and ill-favored flocks ate, and the 7 well-favored and well-fed flocks came up, and Pharaoh awoke. 5 And he slept for a second, and, behold, 7 fat and well-fed calves came up in one day, and 7 fat and well-fed. 6 And behold, the 7 thin and ill-fed ewes came up after them. 7 And the thin ewes devoured the 7 healthy and fat ewes. And Pharaoh awoke, and behold, he had dreamed a dream. 8 And it came to pass in the morning, that his spirit was troubled, and he sent and called all the eunuchs. And Pharaoh told them his dreams, and they could not be interpreted to Pharaoh. 9 And the chief cupbearer spake unto Pharaoh, saying, I will remember my sins this day. 10 And Pharaoh exercised judgment upon his servants, and put me in charge of the house of the chief baker, and of the chief baker. 11 And we dreamed a dream one night, and behold, there was a man who interpreted dreams. 12 And there was with us a young man, a Hebrew, servant to the chief of the cooks, and we told him, and he interpreted our dreams for us, and there was a man who interpreted dreams. 13 And it came to pass, as he interpreted them for us, so it came to pass. So Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and he was brought from the well, and he shaved himself, and changed his clothes, and came to Pharaoh. Pharaoh said to Joseph, I have dreamed a dream, and I have heard of you, saying, You can interpret a dream. And he answered, I have dreamed a dream, and I have heard of you, saying, You can interpret a dream. Joseph said to Pharaoh, May God grant you peace. 17 Pharaoh said to Joseph in a dream, Behold, I am standing on the edge of the fire. 18 And behold, from the fire came 7 healthy cows, fat and lean, and they grazed in the field. 19 And behold, 7 healthy cows, fat and lean, and they grazed in the field. The rest of the burnt offerings were poor and bad, and the flesh was blemished, such as I have not seen in all the land of Egypt for evil. 20 And the blemished and bad fruits were eaten by the 7 first fruits that were healthy. 21 And it came to pass at the sacrifice, and it was not known why they came to the sacrifice. And they saw it as it was at the beginning of the plague, and it was very sore. 22 And he saw in his dream, and, behold, 7 lambs burnt in one basket, full and good. 23 And, behold, 7 lambs, lean, and blemished, and withered, and budded first, and budded last. 24 And the lambs were devoured. The 7th lamb was the 7 good years are 7 years of famine, and the 7 good years are 3 years of famine. 27 And the 7 thin and empty kine that shall come up after them shall be 7 years of plenty, and the 7 empty kine that shall come up after them shall be 7 years of famine. 28 This is the thing which I spake unto Pharaoh, which God did unto Pharaoh. 29 Behold, the 7 years then 7 great famines came over all the land of Egypt. 30 And 7 years of famine arose after them, and all the famine was forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine consumed the land. 31 And the famine was not remembered in the land because of that famine that followed, so severe that it was very severe. 32 And after those years the dream to Pharaoh was like a word from God, and God was quick to do it. 33 Now Pharaoh feared Nabon, a wise and discreet man, and set him over the land of Egypt. 34 Pharaoh made officers over the land, and he plagued the land of Egypt every 7 years. The 7th year, 35 And they shall gather all the food of these good years, and lay up food under Pharaoh's hand, to be eaten in the cities, and to be kept. 36 And the food shall be for a provision for the land against the 7 years of famine, which shall be in the land of Egypt, and the land shall not be consumed by the famine. 37 And it shall be good the matter was in the sight of Pharaoh and in the sight of all his servants. 38 And Pharaoh said to his servants, Surely there is a man in whom is the Spirit of God. 39 And Pharaoh said to Joseph, God has made you wise and discreet in all this. 40 You shall be over my house and over your people. All the people of Israel will sit on the throne, and I will raise my head from you. 41 And it came to pass. Pharaoh said to Joseph, See, I have set you over all the land of Egypt. 42 And Pharaoh removed his yoke from off his hand, and put it into Joseph's hand, and he clothed him with garments of fine linen, and put a gold chain on his neck. 43 And he made him ride in his 2nd chariot, and called and he blessed him, and gave him charge over all the land of Egypt. 44 And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and in thy sight shall no man lift up his hand or his foot in all the land of Egypt. 45 And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Ziphnath-Paneah, and he gave him Asenath the daughter of Piath, Pharaoh's concubine. And Joseph went out into the land of Egypt. 46 And Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh king of Egypt. And Joseph went out from before Pharaoh, and went throughout all the land of Egypt. 47 And the land was afflicted in the 7th week, even in the 2nd week of famine. 48 And he gathered all the food of the 7 years that were in the land of Egypt, and he gave food to the cities, and all the food of the fields of the city that was round about it was given in its midst. 49 And Joseph gathered corn, and corn was very much, until he ceased to number it, because it was without number. 50 And Joseph had 2 sons before them. The year of famine came, and Asenath the daughter of Piath, the priest of Pharaoh, bore him a son. 51 And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh, saying, God has made me fruitful in the land of my affliction, and I have become a father to all my labor. 52 And the name of the second he called Ephraim, saying, God has made me fruitful in the land of my affliction. 53 And the 7th year of the famine that was in the land of Egypt was ended. 54 And the famine began to come in the 7th year, as Joseph had said. And the famine was in all lands, and in all the land of Egypt there was bread. 55 And all the land of Egypt was famished, and the people cried to Pharaoh for bread, and he said, Pharaoh said to all the Egyptians, do whatever Joseph tells you. 56 And the famine was over all the face of the land, and Joseph opened all that was in their hands, and he brought them to Egypt, and the famine was severe in the land of Egypt. 57 And all the people came out of Egypt to bring them to Joseph, because he had strengthened the famine is in all the land. One And Jacob saw that there was famine in Egypt, and Jacob said unto his sons, Why look ye so? 2 And he said, Behold, I have heard that there is famine in Egypt, they are come down thither, and shall bring us famine, that we may live, and not die. 3 And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to bring famine in Egypt. 4 And Benjamin Joseph's brothers did not send Jacob to his brothers, as Ammar had said, lest they be called Esau. 5 And the children of Israel came to break in the midst of the house of the fathers, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. 6 And Joseph was the governor over the land, he was the one breaking in all the people of the land. And Joseph's brothers came and bowed down to him with their faces to the ground. 7 And Joseph saw his brothers and recognized them and made himself known to them and spoke harshly to them and said to them, I am from the land of Canaan, to a land of plenty. 8 And Joseph recognized his brothers, but they did not recognize him. 9 And Joseph remembered the dreams which he had dreamed for them and said, They are spies to see the nakedness of the land among them. 10 And they shall say unto him, My lord, thy servants are come to break bread. 11 We are all one man's sons, we have slept as men, we thy servants were not spies. 12 And he shall say unto them, It is not so, because the nakedness of the land among them. C. 13 And your servant said, We were the sons of one man in the land of Canaan, and behold, the youngest is with our father this day, and one is not. 14 And Joseph said to them, This is the one I spoke to you about, saying, You are spies. 15 And Pharaoh said to him, You will be despised and despised by Pharaoh. If you go out from here, as if your youngest brother were here, send one of you, and let him fetch your brother, and you shall be bound, and let him prove your words, whether it be true or not, or by the life of Pharaoh, as if you were spies. And he shall put them in ward for 3 days. And he shall say, Joseph said to them, Do this on the 3rd day, and live, for I fear God. 19 If you do this, one of your brothers will be imprisoned in your house, and you will bring him back because of the famine in your midst. 20 But if your youngest brother comes to me, he will believe your words and not die, and they will do so. 21 And they said to one another, We are your brothers, because we saw the affliction of our brother when he begged us and did not listen, so that this affliction may come upon us. 22 And Reuben answered them, I told you not to sin in your youth, but you did not listen. And also blood was required. 23 But they did not know that Joseph had heard of it, as he had counseled them. 24 And he turned from them, and wept, and returned unto them, and spake unto them, and took from them Simeon, and bound him before their eyes. 25 And Joseph commanded him, and filled their vessels with wine and with honey. And he put their money in his sack, and put it by the way, and did so unto them. 26 And they laid their burdens upon their asses, and went their way. 27 And one of them opened his sack to put his burden upon his ass in the field, and he looked, and, behold, his money was in his mouth. 28 And he said, And the silver was brought to his brother, and he also was in Amta. And they went out and were afraid, and each man said to his brother, What is this that God has done to us? 29 And they came to Jacob their father in the land of Canaan, and told him all that had happened to them, saying, 30 The man, the lord of the land, spoke harshly to us. And they sent us as spies of the land. 31 And we said unto him, We are Kenite, we are not spies. 32 We are 12 brethren, the sons of our father, one is not, and the youngest is this day with our father in the land of Canaan. 33 And the man said unto us, The Lord of the land, in this thing knoweth that we are Kenite. You have left one of your brothers with me, and you have taken the one who is among you and gone. 34 And they brought your youngest brother to me, and I knew that you were not spies, so you sold your brother to them, and you sold the land. 35 And they were emptying their sacks, and behold, there was a man, and Jacob their father said unto them, I have begotten Joseph, and Simeon is not with me, and Benjamin is not with me, they are all my brethren. And Reuben spake unto his father, saying, My 2 sons are my brethren. If I do not bring him to you, put him in my hand, and I will bring him back to you. 38 And he said, My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he alone is left. And they cried out, Terror is in the way that you went, and you have brought down my return in the fear of Sheol. One, and there was a great famine in the land. Two, and it came to pass, when they had eaten up the corn which they had brought out of Egypt, that their father said unto them, Come, let us eat a little bread. 3, and Judah said unto him, Verily, verily, my son, thou shalt not see my face, except your brother be with you. For if you send us, we will go down and eat with you. 5, but if you do not send, we will not go down, for he said to us, Ye shall not see my face unless your brother is with you. 6, and Israel said, Why did you fear me, that I should tell the man who is your brother? 7, and Saul said, The man asked us and our father, Is your father still alive? And we said to him, Because of these things, the news is clear, saying, Bring down your brother. 8, and Judah said to Israel, Let the boy go with me, and let us avenge ourselves and go. And we will live and not die, neither will we, nor you, nor any of us. 9, We will also be surety for you, if I had not brought him to you, and set him before you, and I have sinned against you all the days. 10, For if we had not been astonished, now would we have done this to you. 11, And he said to them, Israel their fathers did this, and took of the land of the goats, and brought down unto them a little of the fat, and a little of the fat of the inwards, and of the kidneys, and of the kidneys. 12, And they took the money of the second month in their hand, and the money that was in their mouths, they shall put in their hand. He said, He is a liar. 13, Take your brothers and get up and go back to the man. 14, And I will show you mercy before the man and send your other brother and Benjamin back to you. And I will repay you as I have forgiven you. 15, And the men took this gift and the second part of the money to take. And they arose, and went down from Egypt, and stood before Joseph. 16, And Joseph saw Benjamin with them, and said unto his steward, Bring the men into the house, and slay a sacrifice, and make ready, that the men may eat at noon. 17, And the man did as he had said. Joseph and the man brought the men into Joseph's house. 18, And the men saw that they had come into Joseph's house, and they said concerning the money that was returned, which we kept at the beginning, We have brought them to be a burden to us, and to be a burden to us, and to take us for servants and our donkeys. 19, And they came to the man who was over Joseph's house, and spoke to him at the door of the house. 20, And they said, By the Lord, we will go down at the beginning to break bread. 21, And it came to pass, when we came to the house, that we opened our sacks, and, behold, there was a man's money in his sack, even our money in his measure. And we sat down with him in our house. 22, And after a while we put down our money in our hand to break bread, we did not know from whom we had put our money under our seal. 23, And he said, Peace be unto you, fear not your God, and the God of your father, he hath given you a treasure under your house. Your money came to me, and he went out unto them. Simeon, 24, And the man brought the men into Joseph's house, and gave water, and they washed their feet, and gave provender to their asses. 25, And they made ready the present against Joseph's coming at noon, for they heard that they should eat bread there. 26, And Joseph came into the house, and they brought unto him the gift that was in their house, and they bowed down to him. 27, And he asked them of their welfare, and they said, Is your father the old man of whom you spoke yet alive? 28, And they said, Is your servant our father well? Is he still alive? And they bowed down, and bowed down, and bowed down to him. 29, And he lifted up his eyes, and saw Benjamin. And his brother said, This is your younger brother, of whom you spoke to me, and said, God will teach you, my son. 30, And Joseph made haste, because his brethren were grieved for his brethren, and he wept, and went into the chamber, and wept bitterly. 31, And he washed his face, and came out, and made up his mind, and said, Rise up, and eat bread. 32, And they sat down. He shall eat by himself, and they by themselves, and the Egyptians who eat with him by themselves, for the Egyptians may not eat the Hebrews for bread, for it is an abomination to the Egyptians. 33, And they sat down before him, the firstborn as his firstborn, and the younger as his younger, and the people were amazed, every one toward his neighbor. 34, And he sat down, and the burden of Benjamin was 5 cubits greater than the burden of all of them, and they ate and drank with him. 1 And he sent his steward over his house, saying, Fill the people's mouths with all that they can eat, and put the firstborn's money in the mouth of his mouth. 2 And he put the silver in the mouth of the youngest's mouth, and the silver in his mouth. And he did as Joseph had said. 3 And the next morning and the men sent away their donkeys. 4 And they left the city, and did not go far away. And Joseph said to him who was on his house, Get up, pursue after the men, and overtake them, and say to them, Why have you rewarded them with evil for good? 5 This is the one with whom my Lord will drink, and he will surely be satisfied. The evils that you have done. 6 And he sat down and spoke to them these words. 7 And they said to him, Why does my Lord speak such words as these, so that he can continue to do such a thing to your servants? 8 Here is the money that we found in our purses, and we brought it back to you from the land Canaan, and you will be stolen from your master's house, just as silver and gold are stolen. 9 Whoever is found among your servants and dies, both we and you will be my master's servants. 10 And he said, Now also, according to your words, whoever is found with you will be my servant, and you will be clean. 11 And they hurried and went down. He opened the door and opened it. 12 And he searched through the great and the small of the camp, and found the top of the camp in the camp of Benjamin. 13 And they tore their clothes, and loaded each one on his donkey, and returned to the city. 14 And Judah and his brothers came to Joseph's house, and he was still there. And they fell down before him to the ground. 15 And Joseph said unto them, What is this thing that ye have done unto them? Knowest thou not that there is a man like unto me? 16 And Judah said, What shall we say unto my Lord? What shall we say, and what shall we do? God hath taken away the iniquity of thy servants, and we are servants. My Lord also will we go to the man in whose hand the ark is found. 17 And Haliah said, Let the man in whose hand the ark is found be my servant, and I will go up in peace to your father. 18 And Judah came unto him, and said, My Lord, let thy servant speak a word unto me in the ears of my Lord, and do not be angry with your servant, as you were with Pharaoh. 19 My Lord asked his servant, saying, Do you have a father or a brother? 20 And they said to my Lord, We have an old father, and the son of the old man is a little one, and his brother is dead, and he is left alone with his mother, and his father loves him. 21 And he said, Let your servant come down to me, and I will look upon him. 22 And I said to my Lord, The lad is not able to leave his father, and he shall leave his father, and die. 23 And I said to your servant, Except your youngest brother come down with you, ye shall see my face no more. 24 And it came to pass, that we went up to your servant. And my father said unto him, The words of my Lord are these. 25 And he said, Our father, turn back, and give us a little bread. 26 And he said, We cannot go down, if there be one of us, the youngest is with us. And we will go down, for we cannot see the man's face, and our youngest is not with us. 27 And thy servant said, My father, you know that my wife has given birth to 2 children. 28 And one of them went out from me and said, You are a wild animal, and I have not seen you before. 29 And they took this also from their sight, and they called it a saying, And you brought down my servant Sheba with evil intent. 30 And now, as I am coming to your servant, my father and the lad are not with us, and his soul is bound up in his soul. 31 And it came to pass, when he saw that the lad was not with us, that he was dead, and thy servants brought down thy servant, and we were ashamed to ask. 32 For thy servant made surety for the lad with my father, saying, If I come not unto thee, I will sin against my father all the days. 33 Now therefore, your servant shall be under the lad as a servant to my Lord, and the lad shall be with his brothers. 34 For how shall I go up to my father, and the lad not be with me, lest I see the evil that befalls my father? One And Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood before him, and they called, and brought them all out from before him, and no man spake unto him, saying, Joseph made himself known unto his brethren. 2 And he lifted up his voice, and wept, and the Egyptians heard, and Pharaoh's house heard. 3 And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph, the son of my father is alive. And his brothers could not answer him, for they were terrified at his presence. 4 And Joseph said to his brothers, Come near to me, and they came near. And he said, I am Joseph your brother, whom you sold out of Egypt. 5 Now therefore, do not be grieved, nor be angry with yourselves, because you sold me, for I sent you to save your life. God will go before you. 6 For these years of famine are in the land, and there are yet 5 years in which there will be neither plowing nor harvest. 17 And God will send me before you to preserve for you a remnant in the land, and to preserve alive for you a great deliverance. 8 But now you will not send me, because and God has made me a father to Pharaoh, and lord over all his house, and ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. 9 So they hurried and went up to my father and said to him, Thus says your son Joseph, God has made me lord over all Egypt. Come down to me and stand before me. 10 And you shall dwell in the land of Goshen, and you shall be near you and your children and your children's children and your flocks and your herds and all that you have. 11 And I will take you there, for there are still 5 years of famine before you, and your household and all that you have. 12 And behold, your eyes see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin, for it is by the mouth of the one who speaks to you. 13 And thou shalt tell my father of all my glory in Egypt, and of all that thou hast seen, and of my affliction, and how thou hast brought down my father from thence. 14 And he fell upon the pillars of Benjamin his brother, and wept, and Benjamin wept upon his pillars. 15 And he kissed every one his brother, and wept for them, and afterward his brother spake. 16 And the report was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brethren are come, and it pleased Pharaoh, and his servants. 17 And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, Say unto thy brethren, This is the thing that I have done, and have made your burdens heavy, and have gone into the land of Canaan. 18 And take your father and your households, and come unto me. And I will give you the good of the land of Egypt, and you shall eat the milk of the land. 19 And I command you, do this, take calves from the land of Egypt, and graze them, and you shall take them for your wives, and you shall bring them to your fathers and your mothers. 20 And you shall not exact any tribute from them, for all the land of Egypt is good. So it was. 21 And the children of Israel did so, and Joseph gave them calves before Pharaoh, and gave them journeying provisions. 22 To each of them he gave change of money, and to Benjamin he gave 300 shekels of silver, and 5 shekels of money. 23 And to his father he sent likewise 10 shekels of silver. Take the best of Egypt and 10 shekels of silver. 3 Now Joseph was alive and well in all the land of Egypt, and his heart failed him, for he did not believe them. 27 And they told him all the words of Joseph, which he had spoken unto them. And he saw the calves which Joseph had sent to feed him, and the spirit of Jacob their father was kindled. 28 And Israel said, Joseph, my son, is still alive, and we will see him before he dies. One And Israel journeyed, and all that he had, and came to Bathsheba, and offered sacrifices unto the God of his father Isaac. 2 And God spake unto Israel in a vision of the night, and said unto Jacob, Here am I. 3 And he said, I am the God of thy father, fear not to come up out of Egypt, for I am a great nation. I will call you Shem. For I will go down with you from Egypt, and I will also bring you up again, and Joseph will put his hand upon your eyes. 5 And Jacob arose from the well of Sheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob their father, and their little ones, and their wives, in the cattle which Pharaoh had sent to carry him. 6 And they took their goods, and their merchandise, which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came up out of Egypt, Jacob, and all his seed with him. 7 His sons, and his sons' sons, and his daughters, and his sons' daughters, and all his seed with him, which he brought out of Egypt. 8 And these are the names of the children of Israel, which came out of Egypt, Jacob. And the sons of Jacob's firstborn were Reuben. 9 And the sons of Reuben, Hanok, and Peluah, and Hezron, and Carmi. 10 And the sons of Simeon, Jemuel, and Jamin, and Ohad, and Jachin, and Zohar, and Shaul the son of the Kenite. 11 And the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. 12 And the sons of Judah, Er, and Onan, and Shelah, and Perez, and Zerah. And Er and Onan died in the land of Canaan, and the sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamul. 13 And the sons of Issachar, Tola, and Puah, and Job, and Shimron. 14 And the sons of Zebulun, Sered, and Elon, and Jahaleel. 15 These are the sons of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob in Paddan Aram, and Dinah his daughter, all the souls of his sons. And his daughters were 33. 16 And the sons of Gad, Ziphion, and Haggi, Shuni, and Ezron, and Arad, and Areli. 17 And the sons of Asher, Imnah, and Ishva, and Beriah, and Sherah their sister. And the sons of Beriah, Heber, and Malchiel. 18 These are the sons of Zilpah, whom Laban gave to Leah his daughter, and she bore him, and Elah bore to Jacob 10 souls. 19 The sons of Rachel, Jacob's wife, Joseph and Benjamin. 20 And these were born to Joseph in the land of Egypt, which Asenath the daughter of Piath, priest of Pharaoh, bare unto him, Manasseh and Ephraim. 21 And the sons of Benjamin, Bela, and Becher, and Ashbel. Gera and Naaman, brothers, and Muphim and Hophni and Ard. 22 These are the sons of Rachel, who were born to Jacob, all the souls were 14. 23 And the sons of Dan, Hushim. 24 And the sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, and Guni, and Jezer, and Shelem. 25 These are the sons of Bilhah, whom Laban gave to Rachel his daughter, and she bore him, and the number of the souls of Jacob was 7. 26 All the souls that came to Jacob out of Egypt, which came out of the wives of the sons of Jacob, were 26. 27 And the sons of Joseph, which were born to him in Egypt, were 22. All the souls that came to Jacob's house out of Egypt were 20. 78 28 And Judah sent before him to Joseph, to Horeth before him, and they came into the land of Goshen. 29 And Joseph tarried in his chariot, and went up to call Israel his father, to Goshen, and when he saw him, he fell upon his face, and lay down upon his face again. 30 And Israel said unto Joseph, My father, I am the Lord. Then I will see your face again, while you are still alive. 31 And Joseph said to his brothers and to his father's house, I will go up and tell Pharaoh and say to him, My brothers and my father's house who were in the land of Canaan have come to me. 32 And the men were shepherds, and they were men of Mechan, and they had flocks and herds and all that they had. They brought them. 33 And it shall come to pass, when Pharaoh shall call for you, and say, What do you do? 34 And ye shall say unto them, We have been thy servants from our youth even until now, both we, and our fathers, in the land of Goshen, to dwell, for all shepherds are an abomination unto the Egyptians. One And Joseph came and told Pharaoh, and said, My father and my brethren, and my flocks, and my herds, and all that they have, are come out of the land of Canaan, and are now in the land of Goshen. 2 And his brethren took 5 men, and presented them before Pharaoh. 3 And Pharaoh said unto his brethren, What do ye? And they said unto Pharaoh, Your servants are shepherds, both we and our fathers. 4 And they said to Pharaoh, Sit in the land of Baneway, for there is no pasture for your servants' flocks, for the famine is severe in the land of Canaan. Now therefore, your servants will dwell in the land of Goshen. 5 And Pharaoh said to Joseph, Your father and your brothers have come to you. 6 The land of Egypt is before you, in the best of the land, he has settled your father and your brothers in the land of Goshen. And if you know and there are men of war among them, you should make them overseers over all that is mine. 7 And Joseph brought in Jacob his father, and stood him before Pharaoh, and Jacob blessed him. Pharaoh. 8 And Pharaoh said unto Jacob, How many are the days of thy life? 9 And Jacob said unto Pharaoh, The days of my captivity are 330 years, few and evil have been the days of my captivity, and they have not attained unto the days of the captivity of my fathers in the days of their captivity. 10 And he blessed Jacob went out from Pharaoh's presence. 11 And Joseph settled his father and his brothers and gave them a property in the land of Egypt, in the best of the land, in the land of Ramesses, as Pharaoh had commanded. 12 And Joseph gave his father and his brothers and all his father's household bread according to the number of the people. 13 And there was no bread in all the land, because of the great famine, and the land of Egypt and the land of Canaan were in distress because of the famine. 14 And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, in the shekel of the land, where they had broken the shekels, and Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. 15 And the money was gone out of the land of Egypt, and out of the land of Canaan, and all the Egyptians came unto Joseph, and said, Give us bread, and why are we at a loss for money? 16 And Joseph said, Bring your goods, and I will give you your goods in exchange for your money. 17 And they brought their goods. And Joseph gave them bread for their horses, and for their flocks, and for their herds, and for their donkeys, and he gave them bread for all their cattle that year. 18 And they gave bread the year before, and they came to him the second year, and said unto him, My lord, we have no bread, because the money is with us. And the cattle of the Lord shall not be left before the Lord, except thou destroy us and our land. 19 Why then are we despised in thy sight? We also and our land have bought us and our land for the price of Balaam, and we will be servants to Pharaoh, and thou shalt give seed, and we shall live. And thou shalt not despise us. And the land did not yield. 20 And Joseph sold all the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh, because they had sold the land of Egypt unto a man, because the famine was sore upon them, and the land became Pharaoh's. 21 And the people he removed unto cities from one end of the border of Egypt even unto the end thereof. 22 Only the land of the priests he did not buy it, because the priests had a law from Pharaoh, and they ate their law which Pharaoh had given them, so they did not sell their land. 23 And Joseph said to the people, Behold, I have bought you this day and your land for Pharaoh, now give you seed, and sow the land. 24 And it came to pass, when the land was, and you shall give a fifth to Pharaoh, and the fourth part shall be yours, for seed of the field, and for you to eat, and for your household, and for food to drink. 25 And they shall say, We have found grace in the sight of my Lord, and we will be servants to Pharaoh. 26 And Joseph made it a statute unto this day. In the land of Egypt Pharaoh gave the land of the priests as a possession, but the land of the priests did not become Pharaoh's. 27 And Israel dwelt in the land of Egypt, in the country of Goshen, and they possessed it, and were fruitful, and multiplied exceedingly. 28 And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 70 years, and the days of Jacob were 2 years. His life was 740 years. 29 And the days of Israel drew nigh that he must die. And he called his son Joseph, and said unto him, If now I have found grace in thy sight, put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh, and deal kindly with me, and truly bury me not in Egypt. 30 And I will lie down with my fathers. And you shall carry me out of Egypt, and bury me in their burying place. And he said, I will do according to your word. 31 And he said, Sing unto me, and he said unto him, and Israel bowed down at the head of the bed. And it came to pass after these things, that he said unto Joseph, Behold, thy father is sick, and he took with him his 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. 2 And he told Jacob, and said, Behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee, and Israel strengthened himself, and sat up in the bed. 3 And Jacob said unto Joseph, And God appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan, and blessed me. 4 And he said unto me, Behold, I will make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, and make thee a company of people, and will give this land unto thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession. 5 And thy 2 sons, which are born unto thee in the land of Egypt, shall be unto me in the land of Egypt until I come unto thee. To you from Egypt I will give Ephraim and Manasseh, as Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine. 6 And your offspring, which you bear after them, shall be yours, they shall be called Shem their brother in their inheritance. 7 And I, when I came from Paddan Aram, to Rachel in the land of Canaan, by the way of Edom. The land of Laban was near Ephrathah, and he buried her there on the way to Ephrath, which is the house of bread. 8 And Israel saw Joseph's sons, and said, Who are these? 9 And Joseph said unto his father, These are the sons, whom God hath given me in this place. And he said, Come now, and bless them. 10 And the eyes of Israel saw, and when they were old, he could not see them. And he brought them near to him, and kissed them, and embraced them. 11 And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, thy face is fair, I have not smitten thee, and, behold, God hath also shewed me thy seed. 12 And Joseph brought them out with him upon his knees, and they bowed themselves with their faces to the ground. 13 And he took them both, Ephraim on his right hand toward Israel, and Manasseh on his left toward Israel, and he went over to them. 14 And Israel stretched out his right hand, and laid it on Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and Samuel on his left hand toward Manasseh's head, for he was the firstborn. 15 And he blessed Joseph, and said, God, before whom my fathers Abraham walked, and God shall laugh at the evil that hath befallen me from henceforth even unto this day. 16 The angel that shall deliver me from all evil shall bless the lads, and shall call upon them my name, and the name of my fathers Abraham, and shall laugh at the evil that hath befallen me. And they fished very much in the land. 17 And Joseph saw that his father put his right hand on the head of Ephraim, and it displeased him, and he held up his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh's head. 18 And Joseph said unto his father, It is not so, my father, for this is the firstborn, she is at thy right hand. On his head. 19 And his father said, I know, my son, I know, that he also shall be a people, and he also shall be great, and his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall be a multitude of nations. 20 And they shall bless him that day, saying, In thee shall Israel bless thee, saying, God shall make thy name great. Ephraim and Manasseh, and he put Ephraim before Manasseh. 21 And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, I die, but God shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of your fathers. 22 And I will give thee one inheritance above thy brethren, which I took from the hand of the Amorites. With my sword and my bow. 1 And Jacob called unto his sons, and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you of that which I will call you in the latter days. 2 Gather yourselves together, and hearken, O sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. 3 Reuben, my firstborn, is strong, and my firstborn is strong, and my firstborn is strong. 4 And he said, Let not thee be afraid, O son of Jacob, and let him be afraid. When you went up from your father's bed, you were sick, and you went up. 5 Simeon and Levi, your brothers, are all the weapons of their trade. 6 Do not enter their land, O people, do not be greedy, for with their mouths they have killed a man, and with their mouths they have beheaded a bull. 7 The fire of their mouths is like a fire, and their transgression is like a fire that burns them. In Jacob and in Israel. 8 Judah, you will be your friend, your brother your hand, in the face of your enemies, your father's sons will bow down to you. 9 Judah is a lion's whelp, a prey to the prey, my son, you have gone up like a lion, lying down like a lion and a young dog, who has set us up. 10 There is no tribe from Judah, and no law from understanding. His feet are like a river, and he sat down on the side of the Jordan. 14 And Issachar, the son of Hamor, was a great man among the judges. 15 And he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and he humbled himself, and became a servant. 16 And he judged Yadin among his people, as one of the tribes of Israel. 17 And Naash was a judge in the way of Shephaphon. The wind has broken the horse's heels, and its rider has fallen backward. 18 I have hoped in the Lord for your salvation. 19 He will gather a great army, and he will gather a horse. 20 He will gather 88 for his bread, and he will give it to the king's servants. 21 Naphtali, Ailah, the messenger of Imri shepherd. 22 Ben Joseph the son of Pereth, the son of Pereth, the son of Ain, the daughter of Zadok, the son of Aishur. 23 And they fought in the mountains. 24 And he sat down in his tent, and the seed of his hand scattered from the hand of Abram, Jacob, from the shepherds of Israel. 25 From your father and your helper and your shepherds, and you shall be blessed with the blessings of heaven, with the blessings of the earth beneath, blessings of the breasts and womb. 26 The blessings of your fathers, O man, are above the blessings of the fathers, even unto the desire of the everlasting hills. 1 For the head of Joseph, and for the crown of his head, the Nazarite of his brother. 27 Benjamin, a wolf shall devour in the morning, devouring in the evening. Divide the spoil. 28 All these were 12 tribes of Israel, and this is what their father had spoken to them, and he blessed them with the blessing he had given them. 29 And he sent them away, and said unto them, I am gathered unto my people, and bury me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field. Ephron the Hittite, 30 In the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before Mamre in the land of Canaan, which Abraham bought with the field of Ephron the Hittite for a possession of a burying place. 31 There they buried Abraham and Sarah his wife. There they buried Isaac and Rebekah his wife, and there they buried Leah. 32 The field and the cave that is in it belonged to the sons of Heth. 33 And Jacob rose up to command his sons, and he gathered his feet into the bed, and he died, and was gathered to his people. One And Joseph fell down before his father, and he bowed down before him, and kissed him. 2 And Joseph commanded his servants the physicians to embalm his father, and the physicians embalmed Israel. 3 And they fulfilled for him 40 days, according to the days of the embalmers, and the Egyptians mourned for him 70 days. 4 And the days of his mourning were past, and Joseph spake unto Pharaoh's house, saying, If now I have found grace in your sight, speak ye in the ears of Pharaoh, saying, 5 My father made me swear, saying, Behold, I die, in my grave which I have digged for me in the land of Canaan, there bury me, and now I will go up. And I will bury my father, and I will be comforted. 6 And Pharaoh said, Go up and bury thy father, as he made thee swear. 7 And Joseph went up to bury his father, and with him went up all the servants of Pharaoh, the elders of his house, and all the elders of the land of Egypt. 8 And all the house of Joseph, and his brethren, and his father's house, were but little children, and their flocks. And in the morning they set out for the land of Goshen. 9 And Esau took with him both chariots and horsemen, and the camp was very heavy. 10 And he came to the threshing floor of the fort, which is beyond the Jordan, and there they mourned with a great and very heavy mourning, and he mourned for his father 7 days. 11 And Joseph saw that the land was inhabited. And the Egyptians said, This is Abel the son of Abel, who was on the other side of the Jordan. 12 And his sons did to him as he had commanded them. 13 And his sons carried him into the land of Canaan, and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah, which he had bought. Abraham bought the field for a burial place with Ephron the Hittite, which is before Mamre. 14 And Joseph returned from Egypt, he and his brothers and all who were with him, to bury his father in his tomb, after his father's tomb. 15 And Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, and they said, If Joseph will bury us, then we will return. We will repay you for all the evil that we did to you. 16 And they sent word to Joseph, saying, Your father commanded before he died to say, We have brought your brothers to you, and you have brought their sin upon us, because they have treated you badly. Now therefore, come and bring the servants of the God of your father to you. And Joseph said to him, In the word of God. 18 And his brethren also came, and bowed themselves before him, and said, Behold, we are thy servants. 19 And Joseph said unto them, Fear not, for I am the Son of God. 20 And though ye thought evil, God meant it for good, to bring it to pass, as it is this day, to save many people alive. 21 Now therefore fear not, I will feed you with bread, and with your flocks. And he comforted them, and spake heartily unto them. 22 And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's house, and Joseph lived 110 years. 23 And Joseph saw Ephraim's sons, besides the sons of Machir the son of Manasseh, which were born unto him. On the blessings of Joseph. 24 And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am about to die, and God will surely visit you, and bring you up out of this land unto the land which he sware unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. 25 And Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you. And you raised up the strength of the Egyptians. 26 And Joseph the son of Maachah died when he was 10 years old, and they embalmed him and put him in a coffin in Egypt.